Right. I think we're back in. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, are we not here? Let us know. Let us know. Are we in or not? I think we might be. I feel like we're up. Are we going? Yes, I think we are. Right. Welcome everyone. By the way, fucking hell, that's not what you want. That's not what you want. I think we must have got custard on the router as Rogie said. Apologies for that, by the way. There I was trying to explain what's going on tonight. Saying if you've never been here before, this is going to be different. This is going to be interesting. And then basically, first thing that's happened is that OBS decided to die. So thanks OBS, you're the best. Yeah, of course, OBS updates are just, well, they're there, aren't they? Rujo in with 29 months because he knows just how professional this show can be. So Rogie's already hit 33. Rujo hits 29. Zetha's in. Fraser Lloyd's in. Clue's in. Lulu Booster's in. Martin's in. Who else is? Wilco's here. FM Girl Alice is in. My word. Hello, Alice. How are we? Pleasure to see you. Hope you're good. Llama's here as well. Who else have we got? Loads of people. Matt the Aqua. You know what? You've all sat around waiting for long enough. Hello, by the way, to YouTube as well. By the way. Hello to YouTube as well. Let's get on to it, shall we? Let's show you what's going to happen. Because to be honest, it's going to take a while, this one, isn't it? So let's head over to Greece, shall we? Right, there we go. Welcome, friendo, to FM Girl Alice. By the way, if you're not following Alice, make sure you do it. Go and get it done right now because she's fantastic. And she starts streaming Japanese games as well. She's got a Japanese career on the go. It's fantastic. You're going to absolutely love it. And, of course, the 433 comic as well. Make it happen. And a little spoiler, she's going to be doing a secret FM show Patreon episode shortly, so there you go, put that one in your diaries. That's definitely coming up very, very soon. So we will, of course, let you know what's going on, by the way, with this one. So Evenings Cinematic Game, by the way, over on YouTube. Nice to see you in there as well. We are, of course, just trying to get things balanced out because, of course, we're trying to mess around with multi-streaming, which is good fun. Thankfully, of course, I now have a VPN, which can help things do. It doesn't work. It's not really helping. So Beta Child's in. Right, basically, what happened? What happened at the back end of last week was we got to within a whisper, not a whisker, a whisper of almost being able to shout a promotion, and then it just fell off a cliff. To be honest, it fell off a cliff, and I'm not taking this as disappointment, right? Okay, because finishing fourth isn't that bad, really. Yes, we had a gradual decline, as you can see throughout the season. We were second at one point, then went out third all the way, until the last game of the season, when of course we got hammered by AEKB. They went third, we went fourth. Bollocks, right? So, of course, we're not going to get promoted. Pantalaikos got promoted as runners-up. Volos, of course, won the title. They go up into Greece Division 1, okay? Quite a distance between ourselves and AEK. Obviously, they both came down last season, so, you know, they were League One sides. 94 points, 92 points, that's big, big points. We, of course, finished on 74. Coming down from Greek Division 1. Okay, let's have a little nosy at this, shall we? Because this is going to decide what happens next season. Ionakos have come down, and Levidiakos, who went up the first season that we were in the game, they went up unbeaten. So they've come down after one season in the division. And to be fair, they got towards the back end of the season and they just slipped out. Ionakos were done for like months in advance. So they're coming down. We're going to hope to try and go back up. I mean, basically, right, expectations last season was mid-table, okay, top half of the table finish, and we have overachieved. However you want to look at it, we've overachieved, okay? And 10 defeats out of 38 games is a bit crap when you look at some of the... I mean, look at the start of the season, right? 13 games unbeaten, looking pretty good, looking really, really solid, having a great time. Everyone was flying, and yeah, that was great, yeah? What wasn't great, however, was when we started to lose games. We lost confidence. We had injury crises, which of course meant there was going to be issues happening left, right, and centre, which of course meant that we were struggling there. So basically, what happened was lack of confidence, lack of ability, lack of squad depth, and just just kind of what we expected, really, just started to slowly slip away. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, right? Some shocking defeats in there. 5-2 against Heracles, 4-1 against Kavala. And then there's 4-3 against Khalitha at the end of the season. And, of course, the 4-1 against AEK was horrific. Even Z80, nice to see you, buddy. And Luffy, you're right. 11 defeats could be a lot worse than that, than 10 defeats. But I think what we've learned from this season is we've got a defensive problem, okay? Because if we look at the stages, part of this, okay? Played 38. We've conceded... Let me just follow this through. Conceded 51. Conceded 51 in 38. Right? Now, played 38. Scored 74. Not bad. Conceded 51. That's... So transfer streams, by the way, include notepads. So we're going to have notepads all the way through. Loads of stuff to look at as we try to improve our squad for next season. Not just the actual playing staff. We're going to have to look at everything because we're going to have to get some defensive coaches in. I think is going to be something we desperately need to do as well, because that's not really worked out for us, to be honest. So we obviously have to try and do that as well. So what we will, of course, try and do is we're going to have a little nosy about with that, make it better. I just try and plug the gaps, to be honest. I'm basically stalling because I have to accept that some players are going to go. Okay? Some players are going to go, and it's going to be sad because it's going to be the best players. It's going to be the players that are the high earners, really. And it's just the way it's going to have to be, I suppose, in order to get things working properly. We're going to have to balance the books because financially, it's a bit of a mess, really. 27 grand we're spending. We've got a wage budget of 23 grand, so we're already 4 grand over. That's the kind of maths I can do, right? We have no transfer budget to speak of. So, budget is 23,017. We're spending 27,256. We've committed 26,368. We still need to find 3 grand from somewhere, and that's before anything, really. So, shall we do it? Should we crack the trifle open? Should we start looking at the team and go through it and be like, right, what's the situation here? What worked? What didn't work? I suppose that's probably the best way of doing it. It's the only way of doing it, really, isn't it? Is to actually sit and go, right, where are we with this? I think we've completely dropped off YouTube, by the way. I think something's gone completely wrong on there, which is because of bloody, what's it called? Because of OBS crashing and having none of it. I can't believe that as well. We're all set up. I was like, oh, this is going to work. And of course, it was like, no, not tonight, pal. It's not for you. Like a bit like a bouncer. Go, not tonight, pal. You got trainers on. I was like, oh, great, good. Let's do that then, shall we? So, right. Is it going to work? We'll sort it out. It doesn't really matter. If it works in the background, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. 27 grand is a lot of gyros. Oh, I could go for a gyros right now. I tell you what I made for tea. I made little, like a butter chicken on naan bread. It was amazing. Lovely ones. I'll put a picture in the Discord in a second. So, £1.3 million in the red as well in the bank account. We should probably have addressed that. That's also a concern. That is also a concern. Financially, we're not doing particularly well. And I can't really see where we're going to get any money back. So let's look at the squad. Okay, let's look at the squad. We'll go from top to bottom. And then we'll go from contracts. And we'll work out where we go with that. Are we trying to cash in on last year contract players or high value players? Asks Lulu Buster. So, basically, we don't really have per se last year contract players, because obviously everyone's contract is expiring. Most of the players are expiring this summer. So, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've set this up from the back end of last stream. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 players have contracts expiring in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so the end of June, 21 players are eligible to leave the club. Okay. Yeah. 21 contracts are expiring. Of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of which are loans. Okay. So 5 minus 21 is 16? 16. So that's 16 players from ourselves that could potentially leave. Players that have contracts. Doumbia, oh my God, thank God he's got a contract. Thank God he has a contract until next season. £1,400, £1,400 a week wages for the Marleyan striker sensation. 10 goals in 17 games. He has to be there was no way he could leave at all. Like him and Super Mario are going to be we're going to have to keep them regardless of what happens. Okay, so Doumbia of course has to stay. We're putting concrete on his feet so he can go nowhere. Jean, the Brazilian left wing back, we brought him in. He's got a contract as well, so he stays also as well. So that's 100%. There's 2 players for next year. We're probably about like where we were last season, to be honest. Super Mario, of course, he can stay, which is great, although he's hoping that Jimmy J. Morgan's player signing doesn't affect him. It didn't, to be honest. So Super Mario stays, 20 goals in 35 matches. And then we're into our youngsters. Valora stays, Ninikas stays. Yoris Akore, I mean, he is the one that we could probably cash in on, right? There's £20,000 release clause on him. We sort of hoped that he would be a good signing. He wasn't. He wasn't really. 11 games, 1 goal, 6.66 average rating. He was injured. Of course he was. It's one of those ones where we brought him in to try and plug a gap. And I think this is where our recruitment focus has to be. It has to be in defence. And players like Yoris Akore probably aren't going to be that guy. Because I think we're going to have to look now and go, we can't be spending £1,800 a week wages. We have to spend £1,000 max on wages and go, can we get 2 players in for that sort of value rather than 1? So we thought having him as a 20 grand buyout was a bit silly. But now we maybe might have to dump him off, if that makes sense, and try and sort of salary dump, essentially, like what you do in American sports, I suppose. So questions coming in. GNFR, evening. How is Larisa going? Have cheap promotion to Super League 1? No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe next year. Maybe season 3. We hope. It's a slow burn of this Builder Nation thing. So we're obviously not going to expect to get there at the first time asking. And that's good that we're not expecting to, because it's definitely not working. We're definitely not doing it at the first time asking. So we shall see how we get on with that and try and make things a little bit better. We need to go for a team of youngsters, says Zar. I mean, that's not the worst idea, is it? That's not the worst idea. There is ways of doing it, and I think we can maybe do something. Let's have a little nosy and see what we've got. So let's go through the team, right? Okay, so players that are going to be... Do we go through the players first by position, or do we go through those who are leaving? Ottoman is out of contract this summer. He's currently valued at 200 grand. He is wanted by another Greek side. They stay in the division above us. Okay. So it's a tricky one. 28 years old, £2,100 a week, 24 appearances, 7 goals, 8 assists. He is probably the star player. He has said he wants to start exploring his options. So that's concerning. So I think he's going to end up leaving. Whether I want to or not. You know? Pedroso is also going to go. I think he hasn't really had the best of seasons. But then you look at that and you think 19 games, 9 goals scored. Why has he only played 19 games? Okay, he's been injured quite a bit. Lack of form. He's not really been able to get in the team. He's not really been able to do much. He's on $2,000. So again, I think potentially we have to start looking out at what we can do. I thought Pedroso would be a star as well, to be honest, and sadly, he's not quite worked out the way that we hoped. But let's see what we could do, I guess. Bruru is transfer listed, so we're obviously hoping that he's going to go. So we could technically just set him for release, and that frees up £300 on the wage bill. So possible. I tell you what, the easiest way of doing this, let's go by position, right? Let's go by position, because otherwise it's a little bit out of order and out of sync, and it won't make any sense in our heads. So if we go with our number one goalkeeper, which is Marcus Gianni, now he's out of contract, because of course he is. Team cohesion is a big factor. Keeping some guys might make them perform better, says yeah, I don't really want complete wholesale changes, but I'm aware that we might have to do some of that. Okay, there might be little moments like that, which is going to happen, and it might not necessarily be what we want, but you know, we will see how that works. Marcus Gianni, I think, has been good enough to get another bite of the cherry. I think if he has a better defence in front of him, then he might perform better. You know, I think he's not the worst goalkeeper in the world. I think he's obviously got a decent caliber to him. Like 12 clean sheets isn't bad. He's 28. He's a good League 2 player. Fine. Can we find a better goalkeeper? It's questionable, isn't it? Can we find a better goalkeeper who's on £1.1 thousand? Oh, it's going to be a lone keeper, isn't it? Statistically, he won 21 out of 34 games, 42 held saves, 106 saves. Form, average really, I guess, but again, look beyond that. What was he playing behind? He was playing behind quite a shaky defence. But 6.97, that's pretty good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we felt more confident with Marcus Gianni in goal than with Kamini in goal, clearly. Do you know what I mean? Even Salty B, by the way, welcome in, my man. Big shout out, and of course, drop a follow to Salty if you can do. We're busy trying to get the summer transfer planning on the go, Salty, and you know what that means. That means we sit down and we go through everything, right? With as close to a fine-tooth comb as I can do, to be honest. So, first choice keeper, probably, right? You know what? Compare him to the league. Where was he in terms of goalkeepers? So conceded, he was up. He conceded the 5th least. Okay, conceded the 5th least. Obviously, the top 3 goalkeepers were up there, and then of course Marcus Gianni. So the only one that conceded less, that wasn't in the top 4, was this guy here. Castum Ritos, who we don't know a great deal about, of course, at this point. So, quick nosy, though. Quick nosy doesn't look too bad. Handling's fine. Command of area's okay. Rushing out, he could be all right. Maybe. We'll see. So, conceded as the first one. Obviously, clean sheets. Okay, he's top 4. He's a top 4 goalkeeper. Oh, look at that. It's all the top four keepers. Saves held. He's all the way down here. Right, now we're starting to spot our first problem, okay? All the way down in 15th. He doesn't hold on to the ball very much. Yeah, now there's that goalkeeper we just had a look at there. That Castamitros is there, but then every other goalkeeper comes above him. So that's interesting. Saves parried. Again, he's down near the bottom. But do we look past this and go, well, these are all goalkeepers that are going to be working a lot? Like, because, AK, Volos, they're not really Pantelikos. They're not really having to make as many saves as they need to. So, actually, maybe he's not in a bad spot at all. So, what have we got? Conceded per 90 minutes. Right, fine. Goal every 90 minutes. Fine. Expected goals conceded. Puts him back into the top 4 again. So, reasonable. Expected goals prevented. Now, this is where he's not actually... Well, he's doing okay, but we need to do better. He's 0.35 below his expected goals prevented. Now, how we find a better goalkeeper there, I don't really know. Saves per 90 minutes. Again, he's probably being challenged more than he would have wanted to be. Carlos is down at the bottom. I've just moved past Carlos at that point, going like, well, let's move on. Expected saves, again, he's in there and thereabouts. He's not a million miles off. So I think with a better defence in front of him, he's actually going to do better. He's not doing badly. So I'm not concerned that Marcus Gianni is an instant replacement. Yeah. Yes, we've obviously got to try and work out his wages. We might have to put a cap on what we can offer him. Maybe, well, I'm going to write down 1.6, but I don't want it to be more than 1.4, really. Okay. So Marcus Gianni, let's try and get him locked in for a goalkeeper. Okay. So Lucas, I mean, we all hoped he'd be fine, but he's not really, is he? Evening, Zeep. How are we, buddy? Nice to see you. He might have to stay because he's a backup goalkeeper. He's costing us 150 quid a week, 160 quid a week, which is nothing really. He likes big matches. He's fine for the second division. He's a local lad. He's a backup goalkeeper. Yeah. Labru is the youngster that's just been pulled through. So, again, could argue that goalkeepers were actually going to be all right, really, in the grand scheme of things. So Lucas, I'm going to put contract ? Yeah, because again, I think we probably need a better goalkeeper, but can we find one? Remains to be seen. There's not something funny about you having Yoris Okore, famously a huge Villa flop. Funny, I don't know, but he also hasn't been that great for us. We basically signed Yoris Okore. We're going to get to this in a second because this is going to be essentially where we need to really look, right? We signed Okore because he was free. Okay? And we thought he's coming in with decent caliber. He has played for Villa. He's played for Copenhagen. And he's got a reasonable rep. We thought, okay, fair enough. He might do okay. I'm going to hold my hands up and say I think we were wrong. I think I was wrong. I don't think he's been as good as I was expecting him to be. He has a 20 grand release clause, which at the time we thought was going to be silly. But I think we might have to look to execute that. And I think we might have to go, maybe we take it. He's £1,800. We need that money spent elsewhere. Because he's too slow, he's too injury prone, and he didn't improve what we had. Like, if he came in and he was getting sevens, then great. But I think overall, look at this. There's a lot of negatives here. Poor technique, slow, susceptible to injuries, performing below his training. He's on the decline, and he's been in poor form. Like, none of it adds up to great. He enjoys big matches. Like, that's not the thing. You know, he was fantastic when he was young, and I think there was a lot of expectation when he came to Villa that people thought this was going to be a great signing. But unfortunately, sometimes signings just don't work out, and I think that's an example of one that hasn't worked out at the top level. Transfer budget, ZD? A transfer budget? We have no transfer budget. we have to beg, steal, and borrow is what we've got to do. So I think that's the first one. Then Akore, we probably are going to have to set to release. Giorgio, I'm tempted to renew his contract. I know he wasn't brilliant, and I think we were maybe playing him as we obviously played him as a centre back, and I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Maybe we should have potentially thought about just keeping him as a full back. But he can't play centre back. But when you've got no centre backs, would you? He has to play centre back. That's the problem. We had none. We had no centre backs that were any good. So he had to play there. So sometimes needs must. Yeah. This is what we've been looking at. We're trying to work out now how we rebuild this team, adding players in and just working out what we've got. So Giorgio is more of a full-back. Yes, he played centre-back 20 times. He got a 6.83. He actually played better than Akore. If you think about it that way, Akore only had a 6.6. He's got 6.8. So already he's better. Or at least he's certainly performing better, I suppose, really. If you're losing a load, then try and keep them. They're fairly cheap. Yeah, 600 quid, he's not the worst. Do you know what I mean? Tony's building a team of kids of 90s footballers. The bid for Chiesa is in. Oh, now we're talking, Lama. Now we're talking. You got me excited there. The interesting thing now is we have no other centre-backs to look at. That's our problem right there, okay? We have no other centre-backs. Akore and Giorgio. That's it. Liavias is a midfielder who we played at centre-back. Again, that's where we got to. So, Giorgio is I'm going to put backup for right back. And I think our three right backs we've got, Delajanidis, who we played predominantly at left back because, again, all season we didn't have a left back until we signed Jean, ended up on a 6.83 as well. So he's played all season out of position. Do we consider now playing him at right back, which we have done, because the next player we're going to look at is Apostolakis, who is the son of a Greek legend and sadly conceded a few mistakes along the way. Delajanidis I liked. 31 games, 4 assists. Maybe could have done a little bit more, maybe a bit better output, but again, we were playing him out of position, and he didn't seem to mind. He wasn't bothered. He didn't complain. He just got on with it. 850 quid wages probably goes to what? A grand? 1.1? At that point, we can't just. The thing is, we can't just scrimp and scrape everything. We have to have something that's we need 11 players at the very least on the pitch. Here's Apostolakis, who's on 1.5. Now, he's out of contract this summer. I'm amazed, right? Chat, I'm amazed his final end of season rating was 7.01. I'm amazed he ended up that high. He started to come into form towards the back end of the season. I thought he was a bit of a liability. I thought he kept getting caught in possession. He gave away too many goals. Performed well in key roles for a defender. He performed above average as a creative defender. High distance covered, high number of sprints, lots of tackles, strong tackling. Not many passes. How bizarre. Because all I like hands up in the chat. Who remembers anything else other than Apostolakis conceding goals? I can't remember. I can't remember a thing. But it looks like he's played his way into contention. Because attribute-wise, as he's great, maybe we could do with bringing his value down a little bit. But distance covered per 90 minutes, 8 miles. Blocks per 90, 0.62. So okay, it's fine. Wins 59% of his headers. 77% of his tackles, which again for a fullback, not too bad. Welshie, welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. 2.85 tackles a game, 36 clearances, 89 interceptions, 3 key tackles, 114 headers. You often only get to see defenders when they're not doing great. Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm trying to think, that every goal we conceded, or at least it felt like every goal we conceded, came down our right-hand side. Now, whether it's because I didn't have him engaged enough, maybe there was too much of a gap here with Ortleman. Maybe if I had Petralis there, maybe if we played it that way, maybe we'd have a little bit more defensive stability. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe we put that there, maybe we put that there. It depends on who we bring in. Will that play differently? Who knows? But that's how it was this season, and that's how they got caught out. So, again, things to think about as we go forward. So maybe Apostolakis is back on the consideration, right? So right backs, I think we're blessed for. I think we've got enough right backs at the club. We're fine. It means we can afford to let Paraskevas leave, but he plays all over the place. So I kind of think we keep him in a weird way. I'm just going to put versatile. 350 quid. Inverted player. Yes, Mad Scientist. How are we, buddy? Welcome. Evening to everybody. How are we? Mad, hope you're good, buddy. How's the stream? Welcome in. Welcome, Raiders, by the way. Hello, cheers from Brazil. Yes, Victor Flap. How are we? Appreciate the follow as well. That's very kind. We are currently just doing some transfer planning. D-Boy's in as well, my man. How are you? We're doing the classic, the almost infamous TJ summer transfer planning stream. Govastrom in from the US of A. Evening, sir. How are we? Sigurd's here as well. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, Govastrom, this weekend. We're doing the TJFM summer transfer planning stream. That means we're going through our club with a fine-tooth comb, with a notepad, with a pen, with a trifle, because that's what we do around here. We sit and we have a big trifle while we do some Football Manager. Yeah, we're trying to pick apart the issues from last season. Why we didn't get promoted. The main issue being me, apparently. Old school with a notepad. Absolutely. So Paraskevas, I think, has to stay as a backup player. I had a trifle on live stream tonight as well. Yes, the trifles are spreading throughout the FM community. I like that. This is what's happening, isn't it? We're bringing trifles to everybody. Milligas is is a youngster. So under 17. So we keep him. And then we've got left backs. Left backs is just Jean. That's all we've got. That's all we've got. Yes, JM Thoughts loves a trifle. JM knows all about trifles as well. Lama, of course, he was in earlier. He loves a trifle. Alice, FM girl who was in earlier, loves a trifle, but will probably put gravy on it. You know, because of odd flavour combinations. That's our left back, our Brazilian left back, who sounds great. Sounds lush, doesn't it, Alice? Absolutely. Even Tomo, how are you, buddy? How are we? Save's good. Save's good, thank you. We've ended season 2, missed out on promotion. It's fine. We now have to do a bit of a rebuild and try and get ourselves sorted. We're rebuilding the nation. We're rebuilding the club before we rebuild the nation. It makes sense, right? Get the foundations ready first and then go from there. So that makes sense. Don't get trifled, too much going on. Who's it trying to impress? You know what? I feel that. You're right. Cream, custard, jelly, and then sponge. And it's like, well, what are you? What are you? What I don't like, and this is again with my Angus Mobile, I don't like a chocolate trifle. I'm really not interested in it. You know? Alice can't escape the flavor combinations. She brings it on herself. You know, her and RDF need to start up a restaurant that'll be closed instantly because of how bad it's going to be. DMs, we've got Liavas. Your worst player enjoys highest wages. It sounds like a proper diss, doesn't it? Your worst player's on high wages. Yeah. Which one's my worst player? Which one's my worst player on high wages? Yoris Ikore, he's on big money. We're gonna get rid of him, hopefully. So Liavas, I think we'd like to try and keep. He's on 1.1 at the minute. He played at centre back quite a lot of the season because, again, we ain't got no centre backs, so that's concerning. But 24 years old, pretty versatile, plays anywhere really. Good determination, good teamwork, good work rate. He fits the DNA, so let's keep him. Form-wise, I'm not going to judge him because he played out of position all season, you know. But again, still end up with a better overall average rating than Yoris Ikore, so there's that to consider. The other two guys that were, of course, in the DM position. Oh, Carlos, have you tried a Biscoff trifle? Oh, mate, don't. Mrs. J loves Biscoff, right? And I'm not really, I'm fine with it. It's all right, but I don't understand why it's everywhere at the minute. Because really, if you think about it, it's just a bit like a ginger snap Twix. And if someone had said to you, do you want a ginger snap Twix? Most people would go, no, you're mental. But deep down you go, actually, that sounds pretty good. But it's just everywhere. I don't know whether I'm just being a bit of a snob for it. You know what I mean? It's fine. And I also don't want, if I'm having a trifle, I just want jelly, cream, custard, and sponge. I don't want anything messing with it. I don't want chocolate in it. There was a chocolate trifle I had a while ago. I wasn't a fan. But I don't know, a Biscoff thing on it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure. If you rate it, let me know. Let me know if you rate it, Carlos. Damianos, evening. How are we, pal? Welcome in from Greece. Love Brazilian left backs. We all love Brazilian left backs. We all do. They're a different breed, right? What about ladyfingers? I mean, ladyfingers, they're a type of sponge, aren't they? I don't know if we've got ladyfingers in here or whether they're just bits of sponge. So trifle's a trifle, should stay a trifle. Stop pretending it's something it's not. We're off now. Peter Biscoff is to use the crunchy spread to glue 2 biscuits together. It's horrendous for your health, but my God, it's good. There we go. See, D-boy knows. D-boy knows. Love it. If chocolate isn't your thing, you probably shouldn't. See, that's the thing, innit? That's the thing. Hafasto, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. I think you've got to probably be in with with that. Like I get, people love Biscoff. I get it. I'd rather, if I was to have one flavour, I put peanut butter in it or mint. I'm happy with that. But yeah, I don't need Biscoff in everything, to be honest. What is this health you speak of? Me no compute. Custard creams in with a biscuit chat, right? Biscuit chat already on the go. I like Tomo. Tomo's raised the bar high. Gold bar already at the top. Sitting there, perched, going, knock me off. Take your best shot. Come on. Let's see where we go. Petralis. I like Petralis. I like him. Do I like him at £1,600? Can he run the show? I mean, he didn't. Did he? He sort of did. Maybe. He played very well. Jumping reach, of course, is a concern for us. He sort of does the simple things well. He works well for the team. He works hard. He's probably lacking a tiny little bit. Can't pick a favourite biscuit. That's like picking your favourite child. I love all of them. True, but there's also a couple of children I would happily dunk in hot tea. No, not true. I think if I could, I think a gold bar's got to be up there, though, hasn't it? Gold bar. A Fox's classic. I do love a Fox's classic in the blue wrapper. That's what I like. Fancy, aren't they? Also, I like a bourbon. I'm sure it'll cause some sort of anger, but I like a bourbon. Take that back. Well, you're not having bourbons, Llama. Surely not. I can't believe you're not a fan of a bourbon. I would have had you as a bourbon eater. Again, that sounds like an insult. God, you should see him. You could have seen him a while ago. Looks like a right bourbon eater, doesn't he? Caramel wafers are fantastic. Tunnocks, however, less so. As a company, they need to have a word with themselves, to be honest. But other caramel wafers, lovely stuff. Plegas is pretty good. Bourbons are rationing biscuits. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. Mrs. J had a friend she used to work with who used to refer to things as war food. Things like chili. It was like, it's just war food, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, I've never heard the phrase before, but I was like, yeah, I can go with that. War food. Plegas, again, does well enough for us. A backup player, if I've ever seen one. 700 quid. I feel as though we might have to move on from him, though. But, because I think we could do with some better players in that midfield. If we go into next season with a midfield of Petralis and Plegas, I don't think we're going up. I really don't. Liavas can come into that discussion, but I mean, he's better, and he tackling 13, teamwork 13, marking 13. He can do the job that the other two can't. So he's in there. Central midfielders with attacking responsibilities. Let's go through this list, shall we? Yeah, we don't have any. So again, that could also explain why we need some more attacking flair up front. I suppose technically Nino fits that sort of remit, but again, I mean, not really good enough, is he? To be honest. Yes, he costs pennies, but backup player at best. 3 assists though. 3 assists out of 6 games. Yeah. Plegas looks like he could be creative. He should be, really. Reasonable vision, decent passing. I think his flair's not great. Decision making's fine. Composure's lacking a little bit, maybe. And Petralis hasn't got the vision or the passing to be that playmaker in there, or that creative player in there. And Liavas, I think, again, he doesn't have the vision. He's got everything else, but he needs to be in there doing the tackling, to be honest. I have a Haitian in my squad at Trento. He's currently playing the World Cup with them. Hopefully he'll live up to his price. Yes. That'd be amazing. That must help, surely. That surely must help. So that's the midfield. So again, some glaring issues right there that we need addressing. Attacking midfield right is Ottoman, who we would love to keep, but we're probably going to have to cash in, sadly. And by cash in, I mean lose on a free transfer. But that should be £2,000 back in the kitty. I don't think he's going to stay for another year. He's considering his options. If he's still here come the end of the season, at the end of the window, then yes, great. We might be able to get him. But I think literally once his contract's up, I think he might go this year. I think that's him done. Milicides, he's got to go. Have we tried renewing? I haven't tried just yet, but I think we probably will have a go and see what we can do. But I'm not hopeful. I'm not hopeful at this point. Kusta Jesus is too young. Kuntaritis, of course, is a player up for the left side. Maybe Mvia fancies another summer holiday. Do you reckon? He would as well, man, wouldn't he? What do we think about Kuntaritis? I was excited when we brought him in because he did very well at Heracles the season before. He scored loads of goals, 11 goals in 32 games overall, 10 assists. Thought, okay, great. Has he just not quite hit the years running? Has he not quite hit the ground running at Larisa? Have we played him too deep? 15 for off the ball is very good. Acceleration of 11 is all right. Dribbling is 12. It's all right. Can we get another year out of him, do we think? Could improve. Doesn't like big matches, apparently. That's a bit of a concern, I suppose. But consistent. He's athletic. Good movement. Needs a bigger shirt. Possibly. Imagine being a Villa fan for years and then stopping right as they become good. Tony really is a glutton for punishment. Yeah, I think so. Off the bench striker. Impact player. So let's see if we can renew him then, shall we? Pedroso. I think we were all sold a dream with Pedroso, weren't we? But is he on the decline now? Potentially. Apparently he loves big matches. He scored 29 and 75 for Larisa overall. He got injured a fair bit last season. £2,000 week wages. He's 32. He likes big matches and he cannot lie. He's been with us 3 years and we use the SAS24 skin, Govestrom. Pedroso could be good for mentoring young players. We can get him to slash his wage. What do you reckon we could get him down to, though? Like quick players in lower leagues, I wouldn't sign Kuntaritos. Yeah, but we might be limited on players that we can sign at this point. If we haven't got anybody left, we're gonna be worrying. We're gonna be worried. So we've got Pedroso has got a question mark on him. Bruru, he's gonna go. But again, though, you sort of look and think, maybe. And I'm like, no, I need to stop looking at him. He's not going to be good enough. So set for release. Off the ball, flair, first touch, dribbling. Theoretically, theoretically, that work rate's not worth it though, isn't it? I would love Brew. I want Brew to be good, but he's just not. That's the problem. And he's gone to like the national division in Belgium. He didn't light up the first season. He barely played the second season. For 300 quid, I think we would get a Greek player for that money. So Brew's on his way out. Nino, I think, is going to be on his way out as well. I think. He doesn't really look like he's going to give us anything. Just sort of seems to be lacking. And then up front, Doumbia obviously stays. And Super Mario. Both without any questions at all. So Doumbia has a contract until next year. And we put everything through him, I think. And Super Mario has a contract till next year as well. $2,000. So, with that in mind, should we offer out a Corey? Ian Rade, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you in. Hope you're good. Mario's earned his wage. He's definitely getting paid 100 quid a goal. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, he has bust a gut. He's bust an absolute gut to get where he is. So, I'm fine with that. So, here's some interesting things then. So, average age of the squad is 24.15. Okay. Average height is 5'10", and we're fairly ambitious. Yeah? If we look at our... where is it? If we go to our matrix, yeah. Comparisons. Highest average wages in the league. Are we getting value for money? Don't think so. 32 players feels like bloated in that regards. It does. I mean, that takes into account that some of those players are also 17. So, you know, we haven't got a 32 player squad. The issue is we don't have 32 good players either. So, there is that. If we have a look in terms of our physicality, so physical players below par with regards to agility and the worst jumping reach in the league. Okay, so worst jumping and low agility. Okay. We need a couple of giants in there. Average fitness, average pace. Good stamina though. Yeah. Which is weird given the fact we concede loads of goals towards the back end of the match. We do normally look for that, but we haven't been able to find anybody. That's the problem. So we haven't really brought many players in, I suppose, if you think about it. I know we signed maybe 9 last season, but I think we lost 16 or something. So pretty average aggression. Anticipation's not brilliant. Bravery, composure, low concentration. When you... I mean, you know, when the team pick up from the manager, I suppose, really. But thinking about, you know, when we conceded loads of like last minute goals and like that concentration doesn't really come as much of a surprise. To be honest, decision making again's quite low. Determination's good though. We got the highest flair players in the league, which is interesting. I wouldn't necessarily have thought that, but then again, I don't know what I'd benchmark it against. So fine. Leadership, we're lacking with regards to leadership. Off the ball, we're pretty high, so Yes, going forward, fine. 13th positioning, second highest teamwork, decent vision, decent work rate. And then technicals, look at this. We've got the best dribblers in the league, the best finishers, the best first touch, and the best players with technique. So I don't know where that's going to... I mean, that's going to include players like Ottoman and Pedroso, who are going to end up leaving. Really good crossers, really good passers, really good tacklers, good long shots. It's the fact so we can shoot, we can pass, we can dribble, we can tackle, but we can't concentrate, and if the ball's in the air, we're fucked. That seems to be it. That makes sense as well, doesn't it? That makes sense. So, let's go back through this then. We'll go by position, shall we? Rada's just picked up a 33-year-old Kevin De Bruyne. Very good coaching attributes. Oh, okay. In fact, there's a point. Coaches. We need a defensive coach as well. Remember that. Okay. I'll write that down as well. Defensive coach. Turns out Teddy Sheringham, not much of a defensive coach. So, Marcagiani, let's try and keep him. Okay. 1-3. Right. 1-3 to 1-6. 1-3 works for me, to be honest. Oh dear. Well, it looks like we're going to end up ballsing this one up. 1 year contract extension after promotion, yeah? Well, that went badly. There's still time. There's still time. Or we have a look at this guy, Skoris from Iraklis, who's a goalkeeper that we had on our shortlist. Is he as good as Marcagiani? We don't know. We've not fully scouted him. No, only Sam as a last resort. Brilliant. Great. Fun. I guess we need a new goalkeeper. We'll see. Right backs. I think we're blessed for right backs. Okay, Delijanidis, Apostolakis, and Giorgio. Should we try and renew them all? Is there any one of those that you wouldn't renew? Who would you be making a case for? Anyone ever had a deep fried Mars bar? So many deep fried Mars bars, Luffy. So many. They're good. Right. What's Apostolakis wanting? Did you find out your fullbacks were getting beaten in the air a lot last season? I thought they were, but then I look at this here. Headers won 114, Ruggiero. And then Delijanidis. Headers won 58. See, Delijanidis was getting caught quite a lot. Plus he was in the wrong position as well. So maybe he doesn't go for headers as often. So, right, let's try and get Apostolakis locked in then, shall we? What's he currently on? 1-5. Did you not say you're going to revamp the defence? Well, I did, but I need centre-backs. Centre-backs is what I'm revamping, because we haven't got any. So it's not necessarily that we are not necessarily that we're going to be revamping. We will. We just need centre backs in desperately. Still not thinking about. I don't really want to give him an international cap bonus. Do I? Why not? Why not? You can have an international cap bonus. Go on. So we've spent 100 quid more on Apostolakis' wage. Delijanidis is 850. So that's plus 0.1. I'm just trying to work out my expenditure here as well. Can you find one of those goalkeeper centre backs? Yeah, I need 4 of them. 4 of them is what I need. Delijanidis. I think we keep Delijanidis. Plays both sides, sign him up. Yeah, that was my thinking. Like, he wants to go up to £1,000. That's fine. Again, he's gone up. He's going to go up a little bit. See if he'll take an extension after promotion as well. Do you want an international cap as well? $850 to 1.3 is a reasonable jump, isn't it? Let me hang fire for now. Liavas, I definitely want a contract in for, though. He's on 1.1, possibly 1.5. He definitely needs to stay because, right, he wants to play DM, wants to play ball winning midfielder. We need goalkeepers in. Yeah, fine. I get that. 1.6. What's he currently on? 1.1. Will you take 1.3? I've not got any more money for this, unfortunately. Average wage can afford for our top 15 players. Not this by the looks of it. It's great. So that's stalled as well then. So Lavias we need to go back in for. Jean's already got a contract, so let's take him off there. Giorgio, are we going? Well, hang on. Do we go for the players that we need first? Add a bit in loyalty and pay. I think we go back in for him. See what we can come up with. Do we try and keep Ottoman for another year? And Pedroso? Or do we look around and see what we can come up with? Because Traore was a player that we looked at who's going to be available. It was one of them Bo's findings. If you look at how he got on this season, okay, compare him to, where's Ottoman? Ottoman there. Apparently we don't know anything about him. We do. There you go. 6th in the league for player of the matches. 14th in the league for assists. He's quick. Reasonably good for average rating. He's fairly selfish. He's one-footed. Ottoman is very good. Ottoman is very, very good. 7 goals and 5 assists. Vegansk, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Thank you for that. Viborg have just offered you a position of head coach. Go and take it, Clue. Take it. If you're from Croatia to Denmark, that's a reasonable move, right? I'm a do push pineapple shake the tree. Love it in with the 3-month prime. Thank you very much for that. Love it. Appreciate you. He's on 1-2 as well. He's not interested at the minute. Okay, let's keep our eyes peeled on him then, because, you know, it doesn't help your concentration issues. Maybe not. This guy's assists for days, isn't he? Andreas Athanaskopoulos. Oh, is that our creative player? 13 goals, 13 assists, 7 goals, 30 appearances. Technique good, flair good. Fitness, we expect, seems to be fine. Concentration, we don't know about. Dribbling looks decent. Long shots looks decent. Can play in central midfield. Can play just behind the strikers. Can play out wide. 23. Formerly Panathinaikos. Named in the Talent of the Year. Should we quickly scout on him? See what we can find out. He could be an option, maybe. And one of the chats, Christos Chatzianu, 900 quid. Again, could be handy. This guy, 12 goals in 30 games. Dribbling 12 to 19. Pace, really high. Decisions, fine. Flair, reasonable. Work rate, probably going to be on the lower side, I'd imagine. Again, let's have a little look at you as well, shall we? Traore does win the Player of the Year. Georgios Antavitos was the Player of the Season. He's opting to leave. B-. I got ambushed by an ad. I'm sorry, mate. Sorry. I do try and keep them down, but Super League South, 12 goals, 10 assists. I mean, has he played above his station? They finished 10th. Is this going to be Kunteritos again? Super Mario, second. Karagiannis, left back. Player of the Season, Fernando Conigilo, 33. Kike Severio. Right. Initial budgets. £28,000 a week wages. £1,200 transfers. We're making money. We're making money. Yay. Right. Yashi was fun. He was a good player. But I don't think we go back in for him. He's wanted by Panathinaikos and Olympiakos. So, okay, that's not going to happen. So let's take him out of that position there. Let's take Corey out, because again, we don't really want to be going with a Corey at the start of the season. Let's put Lavius there. Let's take Petralis out. Let's put Apostolarkis there. And change that to wing back on defend. Do we take Pedroso and Ottoman out and sort of presume that they're not going to play next season? Bazookas I mean, we could go back in for Bazookas. He was pretty handy last year, wasn't he? Was he all right? I mean, fitness isn't brilliant. Balance is concerning. Well, 5 goals, 5 assists. So did fairly decently for us. Heskey's son. We can obviously have a little nosy in for again. If he keeps his wages down, he'd be a useful squad player. 455 quid. How much does he want? A star player? That's a big jump, innit? That's a big jump from... Do we think... Is he star quality? He did get involved in a lot of stuff, didn't he? Now, the issue, and I suppose if it sort of like plays out that it doesn't work, then we look to move him on. He played 24 times in central midfield and played 5 times out wide. He had a 6.97 average rating in the centre, 7.26 out wide. So he did play quite a bit. His form was pretty good over the season. Consistent. Performed well above averages for key roles in midfield. But wasteful shooting, inaccurate passing. Interesting. Obviously crosses we're not going to really look at, but inaccurate passing with a high number of progressive passes completed. Take a gamble. It's a gamble on someone who wants to be the star player, though, isn't it? Doesn't like big matches. Strength and fitness levels contribute to low athleticism. Did the stream drop out earlier? Yeah, right at the start. Right at the start, matey. We bombed after about 2 minutes or whatever. It bombed out and we had to like sort of get ourselves loaded back in again. So we are here. Inaccurate fluff shots. Didn't know I was in this game. Again, it's a weird one because he sort of looked like he was getting involved a lot, didn't he? 1.26 dribbles per 90 minutes. Do you want to get that up a bit more, maybe? Who was dribbling more? Let's compare him to that other lad. Where is it? Where's the other boy that we've just seen there? The guy from... Let's see dribbles. Distance covered. No, we want dribbles, don't we? Dribbles per 90 minutes. See, there's that the chat lad. He's all the way up the top there. And Tavios, Traore, up at the top. Who was the lad that was? It wasn't him, was it? Manchatis? No, it wasn't him. Who was it? Who was the other guy that was getting all the assists? We can ask him to dribble more. We can, but if he's not got any athleticism, then it's not gonna work, is it? He's gonna just get himself tired and he's gonna collapse and lie on the floor. Ottoman apparently did a lot more dribbles. He did 4 per 90 minutes. So dribbles made in general. I suppose it's even down here, like, you know, chances created. Doombia's there. Progressive passes per 90 minutes. Actually, there we go. That's interesting. That's really interesting, isn't it? Apostolarchus, look how high he is. Petralis. And Bazookas is number 1 in the league. Progressive passes per 90 minutes. He's making 9.22 every time. So what's that? Is crosses compared to crosses attempted, 14%. Yeah. Completed passes that move the ball close to the opposition goal. That stats per 90 minutes. Yeah, he's on 9.22. So that's actually pretty handy then. This is why I keep having to jump back into the overall end of season stats to be like, you know what? Are you as bad as you look? Are you better than you look? I mean, look at Ottoman down the bottom here. Delajanidis and Giorgio are down near the bottom. Offload some wage budget and go back in for him. I mean, we don't really know what his wages are expecting, but it's more about the fact that he wanted to be star player. That was a bit like, do we go in for it? See what he wants. Let's go for star. I've just clicked on it. Right, so Bazookas wants to be star player. Remove the initial request. Ah, right, okay. We'll go back in for that then. What else did he want? Goalkeepers, I'd imagine. And to play as an advanced player, which is difficult because we don't actually have one in that position. So one question I've got then, as well, while I've got you here, is what do we do in terms of our shape? Do we stick with what we've got? Do we look to mix it up? Or do we wait and see what we've got at the end of the summer and then basically work with whatever we have at that point? I think that's probably the best way to do it, isn't it? Because at the minute we don't really know what there is. If we go to scout assignments and Bowen Penza, what's he come with so far? Let's see who he's found, shall we? Stand to be a bit smaller in shape. Well, we all could, to be honest. So he's found Traore, who we like the look of. Right, let's write our shortlist down as well. Traore. Okay, so he's essentially the replacement for Ottoman. If we can get him in. Christos Liatzos, £2,500. We aren't getting him. We could maybe loan him in, maybe. And Tavios, we've just had a bit of a nosy at. Young goalkeeper Papadouis. You can hire scouts with different areas of knowledge. Will unlock some players beyond Greece. Oh yeah, absolutely, Roseface. I mean, we've got Mbowen Penza here, who's got knowledge of everywhere in the world, pretty much. So we're expecting him to find us somebody. Like he found us Doumbia, who's our Malayan striker. So we think he'll find somebody. Pretty sure he'll find us someone. Even Goranov. Did we get promoted? No, sadly not. We've just missed out again. We finished 4th, which isn't the end of the world. It's a tiny bit disappointing. I'd imagine, I think, but not the worst when overall. But maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll give it a bit more of a go. See if we can push on a bit more. He's very expensive. Wing back is going to be far too expensive as well. Dimitru, Cypriot goalkeeper, shot stopper, sweeper keeper. Singaris. I mean, yeah, he looks brilliant, but £3,600. He's not coming to us, is he? Let's be honest. He's not coming anywhere near us. Remy Matthews. Orabeno. Striker. Who's this lad here? Murgos. Corners 14. Technique 13. Acceleration 12. Flair 12. Composure 10. Maybe a backup player, possibly. Maybe. 1-3. Evening, Jord. How are you, buddy? Welcome, Michaelidis from Pauk on loan. We can have a look. We're just slowly nudging our way through everybody, to be honest, at the minute, and literally everybody will be the one. Idonis, I can't believe we didn't pull the trigger on that one. There I was sitting fanning about, and look at him. He's gone and he's done. Actually, no, he's not really done superb, but he's definitely good enough, isn't he? You've got who? You've got the if you don't need back seat, I'll shut up, no problem. Greece my home country, I can help if I needed. Yeah. No, mate, like I'm happy for people to shout names out. As I say, the issue is that we are 3 seasons in now, so some of the names might not necessarily link up. Backseat, absolutely, yeah, we're not a sort of backseater, but like names, chat out, yeah, that's cool. But as I say, we normally do like sort of channel point redemption stuff, but in this sort of situation, it's fine to throw names out, but it's going to take us a while to go through everyone anyway. So, but obviously, don't be upset if we don't pick players who are good in real life. We obviously have to go through the game process. And as I say, we are a couple of years in. We've got literally no money as well. So I'll set your expectations right there. We've got 0 money. We obviously haven't been promoted for the second time. And yeah, we'll try and get there. Tony's playing the SOS cards. No, I'm disappointed with how the season ended, but ultimately I've got to be sort of like, I've got to be able to be like, yeah, that happened. Like, that's how it was. Mr. Locars in with the follow. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you coming in. I think it's the fact that I'm we're at that point where it's like, right, got to now dig in, go again, and director of football free suggestions might bring up some good players. They might. It often brings up rubbish, but we have done that as well. Don't worry, we also will be going through that screen as well. How do we end up at Larisa, asks Mr. Lorcaz. Is the only small team outside of Athens and Saloniki has ever won the championship. Well, that's the exact reason as to why we're there. Because we wanted to have a team that wasn't one of the big teams, and we wanted to look at someone who was obviously a little bit of an outsider. And this was the team that we looked at. We're like, right, let's go and get him. Well, I like the story. I like the sound of the story behind what we've got. There's Michaelidis there, by the way. So we're not getting anywhere near him. 6,000, like nearly £7,000 a week wages. As great as he would be, I can't imagine he's going to come down to the second division. Sadly, the Saviour planning screams Mario Balotelli has signed a 6-month contract. I've not even thought of that. Where's Balotelli? Where is he? Come on, we've got to get Mario Balotelli in, surely. Mario Balotelli, there he is. 34. Keep on the shortlist just in case. Staff suggestion. Oh, God. Who's this? Constant 10 Elias. Is this a player that we can actually potentially sign? Yeah, look, we're not getting, like, look, we aren't going to sign players from PAOK Salonika. I can say that right now. We are going to be lucky to sign players who are on a free transfer at this point. We have, you know what, I'll show you exactly what the situation's like. There, transfer budget, £1,200. Wage budget, 28 grand. Currently spending 27 grand. So we're looking now to replace the players that we've got in the team. So Pedrosa we're expecting to lose. Ottoman we're expecting to lose, probably. We're trying to get rid of Akore because he hasn't quite worked out. We want to keep Leavas. We want to keep Petralis. We want to keep Bazookas. This is what our current squad looks like next season. If I'm being honest, that is what the squad looks like next season. Yeah. It's going to be fine. You know what I mean? It's going to be all right. Let's look and see who we've got then in terms of players that might be interested on loan. Defenders is what we need first of all. James Holt, welcome in. Appreciate the follow, pal. Thank you for that. Sedaris, that's the guy we had. He wasn't very good. Hugo Souza. I mean, he looks very good. At 32. 1.2 thousand. Lassie is decent and homegrown. Right. Describe decent and homegrown to me. Decent as in what? Evening, Rich Owens. How are you, buddy? Welcome. If you're not following FMT's Rich Owens, why not? Go and do it. I think Lassie. What has? Who's Lassie? Eden Franco. How are you, buddy? How's the stream, Rich? How did you get on? What's been happening in the world? Are you still doing your? Are you still What's the Story? Form of Glory? Is that where we are? We are decent as in Oh no! If we worked out players' abilities, no, we're not doing that. Nah, I don't need to know players' actual abilities. Unbeaten in 14 and then no wins in 5. Classic Owens. Yes. yes. We need to go back and get some more affiliate clubs, don't we? Go and ask them about that. Evening, Katie. How are you? Welcome. What's going on in your world? Hope life's treating you good. Smart. All right, okay, fair enough. Right. So we can't get that one. We can't get an affiliate club to do that. Piss, we're 9 point lead at the top of the J League. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm signed Christian Pulisic. Yeah, I'm going to try and sign R9 Ronaldo as well. That should be quite good fun. Here's the end of season review, everyone. Yay! Let's relive our former results. The board were happy with Doumbia. There we go. Good. Should have hoped so. But that's 10 goals in 17 games, 6 assists. What a guy. Apostolakis C+. Jimmy J. Morgan, very, very exciting. Bazookas, very exciting. Marcasiani, and a D. We paid over the odds. What did we do? We paid nothing for him, and we were paying £1.1 thousand a week. Shut up, the board. What on earth do they know? Absolute dafties, man. Leavas, excellent. Luca, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Jake Winter, thanks for the evening's entertainment. Been enjoying my storybook. A rest day while watching you. Not sure I have the patience to be as thorough as you. Well, hey, you know what, Jack? Mid-table mediocrity does not wait for anybody, right? No stone should be left unturned. You should consider signing a Heskey at some point. Because why not? Yeah, we finished 4th last season. John Doyle in with a follow as well. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much indeed. Yeah, we were 20 points off the title by the end of the season, so never mind. Yeah, there's of course the Stoya issue. I mean, look, I've not done Romania for that very, very reason. For that very reason, there's too much political issue in there for me. Doumbia, everyone's buying the Doumbia shirts, which I think, to be honest, we will be doing the same. If he stays for another season and does what we have to do, then we'll all be getting Doumbia shirts, Ottoman shirts, Pedroso shirts, Akore shirts people bought, and then Kuntaritas as well, which would cost about £1 billion for the back of that name on the back of that shirt. I know, but the thing is, Z, like, it made sense bringing him in because everyone was like, oh yeah, this is really exciting. And then we saw him play and we're like, he's a load of rubbish. He's not very good. Super Mario, fans player of the season. Liavas was the young player of the season. Doumbia, of course, signing of the season. Pedroso with the goal of the season. Most assists was Super Mario and the most goals. Yeah. It was Super Mario's world and we just lived in it. That's what they were saying. So mediocre saves are the best ones. Much bonding with the club. I mean, that's what you got to do, innit? Let's be honest. Let's save this now as season 3. Okay, because that's where we're going to be. Have you tried signing Stelios? Yeah, I'm going to sign Eric Cantona next. That's going to be my other one. Right, final one to check then here. So, who's been popping up here? Right, Kyriopoulos. See, that looks more attainable. That looks more attainable. Off the ball, fine. Passing, fine. Vision, fine. Actually, dribbling, good. Decision making, very good. Composure, not fantastic. But that's not even the guy. But that's the one that comes up. So, it is the guy. He used to play at Panathinaikos. So that is the guy. So, yeah. So he looks fine. He looks absolutely fine, to be honest. I think we stick him as a potential if he can be a backup. I don't think he's going to be a first teamer. Could actually do with a bit of a Cantona. Yeah, we could. We absolutely could. I would take that right now, to be honest. Like, mercurial talent. We're well up for that. We've lost 6,000 followers on social media. What are they doing? The fair weather fans have gone and the family fans have taken over. Oh, God. This is what it is. We've become a nice club. We want to become the club of bastards. That's what we need to be. Expectation meeting for next season. Finish in the top 2 positions. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Have you tried signing AC Milan founder Herbert Kipling? Brilliant. I did like the fact that someone suggested earlier about signing Darren Bent. Right. So, the plan is finish in the top 2, apparently. Alexander Corbyn, I've been given one more match and I'm fired from Tranmere. Maintain top 2 finish. Trust the process. Trust the process. FA Cup versus Southport. That's a proper derby as well. You know what? Let's go with it. I'm going with it. Okay? That's what they want. They want top 2. fine. We'll get top 2. And if we don't, then we'll build a nation somewhere else. We'll get forced out at odd. They wouldn't do that, would they? Surely not. Savers no dumpster fire. Failed to win 9 out of a contract in the summer. Part-time needed 15 full-time players. Oh, right, okay. Well, this is where we're going to get tricky, isn't it? End of season team meeting. Top 2. Right. Let's all hold hands, everyone. This is about to get difficult. We're about to say to the team who might not be there next season that we have to finish in the top 2. Okay? Thanks for coming. I think we need to talk about what's going to happen next year. I think let's talk about our aims. I'm confident we can show everyone what we're capable of and put in a strong league campaign. Oh, Leandro Ottoman. Oh, he wants it. Is he going to be here? Is he going to be here? Challenge to finish in the top 3. Get in. Get in. We believe. We believe. We believe. We believe. That's what I want to hear. I wish to make no more further promises, Your Honour. Nothing else to say. Good. Here we go. The team are behind us. Does that mean Ottoman's staying? Does that mean Ottoman fancies it? Is he up for the challenge, do you reckon? Super Mario, 4th best striker. Doumbia, superb quality. Talented youngsters coming through. There's a group who know how to finish with strong physically. Do you reckon Ortman's just like, he's just got everyone really excited going, yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, Leandro, where are you going? Have you got a really heavy bag packed? Yeah, a really heavy bag. I've just left my house keys here on the table, just in case anyone's interested. If anyone wants to pick them up, feel free. All right, just go to the shops. Yeah. It turns out Ottoman just went out for cigarettes and never came back. So Sousa's not a great player, and Murgos is just a fringe level player. Oh, great. I'm going to ask him if he wants 1 more year. He doesn't care. he's already out there. It's just like, nah, not interested at all. He's played everyone for a fool. It's just, he's like, you know what'd be great? Getting behind this mission. And like, oh yeah, really? Are you going to be doing it? No. Not at all. Training facilities have been downgraded. Excellent. Mentoring groups need looking at, which of course will be fine once we work out who's actually staying. That was a great meeting, boss. I'll not see you next year. It's exactly it, isn't it? It's 100% how he's done it. And part of me respects that. Part of me respects the way that he's done it there. Just went, I won't be seeing you. Dismantle a nation. Right, Liavas can potentially resume talking. He wants to be a defensive midfielder. Good, we can do that. He wants goalkeepers improved. We all do. But is he going to kick off if we don't get great goalkeepers involved? Maybe. Should we take goalkeepers off? Let's take goalkeepers off there. He wants 1-9 now. Oh, God. Can we try on a... 1-6 maybe. 1-6. And how's about we give you some money for international caps and winning a cup? Yeah. Yeah, everyone likes that. Yeah, tricked you. Right, good. So Liavas is in, but we've paid 500 quid more. So there's one player in. Do we go? I suppose we go back in now for Delijanidis. He's on. Come on, don't go too high up. He doesn't need 1,500 quid, does he? Apparently he does. Can we bring Kuntaritos's contract down? 1-6. Regular starter. What's he on now? He's on 1-6 at the minute. I mean, he's not overly keen on reducing his wage, is he? Which I understand that, to be honest. Do we put a minimum release clause in as well, possibly? All right, okay. Well, 1-4, right? So at least we've saved 200 quid there. Right, so 0.2 saved there. That's better than nothing. We've brought some money back into the club. I guess what we need to do now is go back through everyone we've got on the short list and try and work out exactly who we go for. What centre-backs are there that we've got on the short list? That's the first thing. Christopher McVeigh, was he bothered about coming before? I don't think he was he? Don't think he fancied it. Neshberg didn't fancy it either. Too expensive. Konizos. Actually, where's the one? This is more of a Phoenix Nation. Yeah, this is very much a tax haven. Building a tax haven, right? Okay. See, this guy looks pretty decent. Got Zamidis. Jumping reach 15. Teamwork and work rate are all okay. Heading's good. Tackling's good. 24 years old. Wages might be high. Doesn't like big matches either. Dabbling in the dark arts, are we? In what sense? What, going back through shortlists and looking at quite like him as well, actually. Tax havens, or determination, bravery. Is he someone that we can maybe look? Star player. Excellent domestic signing. 2-2. What do we think's a fair wage for him, though? How much do we think? Is he $2,000? if we can get rid of a Corey, then that balances up, doesn't it? Got Zemanidis. He looks good. $2,000 seems fair. $1.9. $1.9 could work. Yanis Christopoulos, we just had a quick look at there. Right, interesting midfielders. Singaras. We're waiting to see if he gets released. If he does, we'll be all over him. Constantopoulos. Greece needs Connor Wickham. Is that what we're after now? Is it? I'd be all right for that. Kifisha. Is that what we wanted? No. Where was the lad that we just had a look at who was getting all the assists? Did he play a bit higher? Yeah, he did, didn't he? This guy here. Athanskopoulos. $2,000. What are we thinking? This lad was one of the best young players in the division, wasn't he? 7 goals, 13 assists, 30 matches played, high flair, natural fitness is good, technique's good. Reports, we're still waiting on some reports coming in from him. Former Panathinaikos. Jerim, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Very kind. He's wanted by Lamia Kifisia, so he's wanted by top division clubs. That could make things tricky for us. Daniele Maldini's still out of contract. Still no one's gone in for him. I know we said we needed centre-backs, right? But you sign a Maldini. That's almost a centre-back, right? Like, surely. That's just a little bit too much on the money, isn't it, really, to get a Maldini, right? Where was that chat? This guy, yeah. Again, he looks fairly handy. Pacey, good dribbling. He's got a new contract signed now, though, so not going to be coming here by the looks of it. Attacking midfield right, just in case. I guess it's Traore, and it's the one we want. Dimitris Limnios. He's not going to sign. Far too expensive. He still doesn't want to come. Traore doesn't want to come. He thinks bigger than Larisa? Mate, come on. Really? Goalkeeper's an interesting one because I don't think the goalkeeper we've got is the worst goalkeeper in the world. But I suppose if we can get another one after contract deals to send through, do a business inquiry. Well, as in like make a, or just generally inquire straight after it. Is that the cheat? Is it? Because I think Marcagiani was fine in goal. I just think he needs a better defence in front of him, really. That's what I would reckon. Christos Georgios. Doesn't really look much better than what we've got, does he? Terrific domestic signing. If we compare him to Marcajani, though, he's not that much better, is it? I want to inquire with you. Do you have an email? Oh, okay. Yeah. There is a. If you DM me, I'll send an email. Oh yeah, or ping me whatever the information is. So he's not much better in terms of handling. One-on-ones he's worse. Slightly better leadership, better decision making, better anticipation, quicker, slightly better jumping reach, slightly better command of the area. But again, Marcajani was like in the top tiers of the league, wasn't it? Like, you know, he's in the top 4. Again, doesn't like big matches. Would he be happy coming in as a backup player? Do you reckon? He wants to be first choice. I've got a feeling he's going to create all kinds of problems if we don't just agree to that straight away. And 14 for leadership as well. I suppose the worst thing is as well, he isn't Kamini. Yeah, that is true. And you know, he's on £1,000. That's actually fine. He's currently on 1,500 quid. Oh, mate, in you come. If you're going to do that. And is that the Pantelikos goalkeeper? That's not the first choice one, is it? No. No. Let's see what our directors footballs are saying, shall we? End of contract defenders. Maudo Dieng, Senegalese from Generation Foot. Camilo Manchia. Generation Foot normally have some diamonds, do they? Oh, okay. Yuri Porok, 29-year-old Czech. 6'2", jumping reach, determination, heading, positioning. Yes. That's what I want. Recommendation, £18,000 a week. Come on. We've not got that, have we? Surely. Pablo Gane. No worries, Tomo, man. Take it easy, buddy. Yeah, Pocket Tank. If you send a DM via Discord or via or a whisper via here, we can work out what it is you're into. You're interested in, yeah. He looks fair enough, doesn't he? But I don't think that he's going to want. I think he's going to want more than that. 30-year-old Troppy. About wide players. P-Bay. Ilkay Dermus. Don't know anything about him. Brian Visser. Nah. Keepers, maybe? Jack Newman from Dundee United. He's a D. Omar Katz. Ilkay Dumas is a St Mirren legend, is he? Okay. Yes, he is. Hansel Zapata. Eric Okanji. I mean, he looks far too good for us. Too expensive as well. 3,600. Libyan midfielder. Okay. Discord's link has expired. So DM on Twitch. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Right. 2 seconds, everyone. Sorry, not the stream. No, that's fine. Don't worry, Tank. I hope it's worth. Hope it's a good one. Hope it's a good one. Right, we need to see if there's Amadou Dieng can't go on trial. I mean, do we just go with it? Do we just roll the dice and go, you know what? We've not actually had. He doesn't want to come. Doesn't want to come. Damn him. Stick him on the shortlist, shall we? He went for it with Doumbia. Yeah, true. I had a feeling with Doumbia, didn't I? I was like, there's got to be someone there. Got to be. Doudou Diallo. Right, yeah, replied to Dan. Mokhtar and Jay. Right. Refresh, everyone. Bloody OBS and Twitch goblins tonight, innit? All over the place. We're back. Look at Salou Faye. Look at this guy. This guy looks incredible. Okay. I'm not suggesting that we just try and hijack this club, but let's do it. Barber's retiring. Take a punt. Yeah. Well, I think we'll just. I'm just going to wait for his contract to expire, and then we're away. Just had a notification on live on YouTube. I don't know if I am or not. I don't know if it's actually worked. I think YouTube died when we tried to set everything up in the first instance on Twitch. So I'm not entirely sure what's happened with that. So it'll get there eventually, I think. It's one of those ones. It was just one of those evenings, I think, to be honest. OBS just going, you know what, we're just going to be silly tonight. I was like, right, fine, let's go for it. And this guy's not going to come in on trial either because of the fact that his contract's almost up, so reasonable. Let's wait until the contract is up, then we'll get you in. Same with this guy, Jiri Pirok. McKevy's going to come in on loan. McVeigh, sorry. And Maldini as well. Like, we know we're going to sign Maldini, don't we? Like, we all know this. This is fine, yeah? It's replaying from the start of the stream. Or is it on YouTube, is it? Oh, cool. At least it's going to actually put something out there then. Because otherwise it's just going to be nothing. Like, and I'm really sorry if that's the situation. I did try. Soz YouTube. I joined through YouTube again. Evening, Jabron. How are we? Worked fine a few minutes ago. Oh, cool. Excellent. Well, apologies then if it's not, if I'm not there chatting on YouTube. I thought it broke, so I was like, so I've not been talking to anybody. So hi YouTube, hope you're all well. Do let me of course know if you are still here. I feel terribly rude now. It's not deliberate. Hey, treat yourself to a VPN for 19 quid a year. We're gonna sign Maldini, aren't we? Let's be honest, we know that. We don't need to beat around the bush. We're all pretty convinced that we want a Maldini, right? We riot if we don't. That's the spirit. What if he doesn't want to sign? What if he doesn't like it? What if he's been like? What if like he spoke to Mvia and he's just went, honestly, mate, it's not worth it. Anyone know if the VPN plugs Tony's allows port forward? I don't. Yes. I don't know. If Maldini's not a centre back, we're retraining him. Yeah. Absolutely. He's keen. £2,800. We don't play with a shadow striker. But I think Maldini will play in every single game. He'll replace Pedroso. He'll replace Ortman. He'll replace Super Mario when he's injured. Youngest Jameson feeling any better? A little bit, yeah. He's got tonsillitis now, sadly, which is a shame. But he's we can't afford him. Damn it, we tried. I think we have to obviously wait until other players have moved on. Then we can go back in for him again, and we will. Don't worry. He'll replace half the squad just in terms of his ability, more than anything. It's a deal that would bankrupt the club, and I need to really look at that and go, Tony, that's not a smart idea, but it's a Maldini, and we know that I'm going to go back in for him again, and hopefully there'll be a point when it's like, how long have you been without a club? Like, can you really allow yourself and your reputation to fold like this? Come on, Maldini. You know it makes sense. Caligaropoulos, of course, we had him on loan, didn't we? Castidis, Miko. He's not really up to much, is he? Anastasiou. Not great. Torreon. Gekas, of course, up front as well. So not loads and loads and loads of talent just yet. Giannopoulos. Looks handy enough, doesn't he? Liastos, we know he's not going to be able to sign, is he? Because he's, 2.7 million. Tavios, do we take a punt on this guy as well? I mean, he plays all over the place. 12 assists. So 12 goals, 10 assists. Plays both sides. Tony phoning up Maldini Jr. just berating him for the disappointment of the family name. Yeah. The funny thing, when I joined the YouTube stream, the first thing I heard was I don't think the YouTube is working. The timing is impeccable. Yeah, I mean, I'm nothing. That's the joy of great comedy, right? Is timing. And I think what you need to do is you need to berate something while it works. This thing's a piece of shit. It seems to be working fine, Tony. Yeah. Anyone can say that, in that sense. But hi, YouTube, everyone. I feel like I should log back in, but it's just like I feel as though it's also a bit futile at this point with 45 minutes to go. Especially as well as OBS has been temperamental, shall we say, tonight. Temperamental. Even Dolchek. Alan Carlo. I mean, he doesn't look as good as the scout report is suggesting. 3.5 stars, and for what? Slow but can jump. I'm not going with it. Not convinced. Christopopoulos, just an average player, really. I feel like he could be a backup player to bring in, like, just to give us some numbers in defence. 650 quid. No one's in chat, so nothing to worry about. Oh, okay, fair enough. There's good for my ego, isn't it? Honestly, Tony, no one's watching you on YouTube, so it doesn't really matter. It's a slow build. We obviously spent a lot more time working on here, to be honest. Yes, sweet left foot. Oh, hello, buddy. How are we? My word, we've not seen you around for a while. How's life treating you? Do I shout you out? Are you going to come back to stream at any point now? I think you should. Come back. Please come back. It's been a long time without you. I saw you with a second yellow card on Instagram the other day, and I was like, oh, love that. It's fantastic. But you know what? Like, for those of you who don't know, right, Sweet Left Foot used to be around. He used to stream all the time. It's fantastic. Really, really great streamer. Lovely man. Just proper fun times on stream. Now works for SI. So, right, everyone be on your best behaviour. Do you know what I mean? It'll be fun to have another go. We shall see. I'm very well. Oh, mate, no, I'm glad to hear it. As I'm busy croaking my way through it. Glad to hear that you're well. And obviously, we have to try and see you soon as well. We've not seen you for a long time, to be honest. But yeah, appreciate all the work as well by that everyone's gone into to help put the game together. I'm enjoying it, right? I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I'm playing in Greece. I'm doing my own little thing in terms of, like, how I can break a nation. Hello, Mr. Maggio. Welcome in. How are we? Welcome. You don't believe this, Si. Sweet Left Foot's here. Just chilling along, having a great time. Forgot to tell you as well, by the way, myself and Si have had a new football shirt show's come out today. Go and have a watch of that. We got Jack Kenmare from Sport Bible in to talk about Brazil shirts and AI shirts. So that was pretty good as well. So definitely go and have a watch of that. This lad looks fine, doesn't it? I also saw the Sweet Left Foot picture. See? He's slowly creeping into all of our consciousness. So he's definitely reappeared. We were sitting there going, he's never coming back. And it's like, he is coming back. Like CM Punk. Yeah. There's a reference. Easing my way back in. You got to. You don't want to throw yourself straight back in, do you? Just you ease yourself in there. Ease yourself in. Sensational. I mean, well, let's lower the bar. Yeah, let's lower the bar. It's certainly a reference. Yeah. Let's see what we got then. Where's that centre back that I've had a little nosy at as well? We'll try it. I might have a little look at him. At least we've got another centre back in. He's not brilliant. Wants to get promoted. Well, we'll see about that. More our truth. But it was the big return. It was the big return. If you've not seen Survivor Series yet, spoiler alert, our truth's back. Amongst other people. So yeah, it was pretty decent, that, to be honest. I had a bit of a nosy on it. It was good. Dereles isn't going to come to us now because they've extended his contract. Great. Fine. And so that's nosy on this guy then. 600 quid. Squad player. Oh, he wants another. I mean, come on, we're not going to give you another £1,000 just because you played really well last season. Do the whole win the cup and get an international cap. See if that helps. No, he's standing firm. He's standing firm. Check Savio, says Mo. I mean, which Savio? Savio what? Savio the Brazilian player who used to play for Benfica possibly. For some reason, I have a month-long international break in 2027. That wouldn't make fun viewing content. I mean, Sai, when I was in Uruguay, second division, there's a 4-month pre-season if you finish in the top spots and get promoted. There you go, Savio. We're not going to sign him. He's far too good. Yoro Sakore can't be signed. You know what? I'm going to transfer list him. He might not have any interest in moving, but let's see if we can do it. At least it's pre-season. It was a nice flow of matches. Then your next match is 27 days away. I mean, 27 days is fine. We haven't even got the next match. Oh, right, okay. Slight adjustment for a centre-back. We've got a centre-back, everyone. We have a centre-back. Okay. Gosmandidis is in. Hopefully, former Larisa defender as well. He's probably been here before. 35 games played, 2 goals scored. I mean, this is better than what we've had. Much better than what we've had. Follow it up, interest in Athanas Kapopoulos. We've got cake again. Not cake, Si, not cake. Got trifle. Trifle again, mate. Summer transfer planning, of course it's trifle. Right, he wants to play attacking centre mid. He wants to be a playmaker. I mean, we're actually at the table at 2-7. We're nowhere. We're nowhere. Change our shirt size to triple XL. Yeah, that's probably about right, to be honest. Sign a Barcelona player. Look, we're in the second division of Greece. We're not going to be looking at Barcelona players. Liavas is in. Get in. He's signed his contract. Good. And Kuntaritos as well. So that's cool. He's locked in as well. Excellent. Right, coaches. Let's have a look at coaches. We need to get rid of someone. So I need to lose one of these fitness coaches because they're both rubbish. And it's this guy. This guy's the one who's no good at fitness. When's his deal? His deal expires next season. His deal expires this season. Bye. Oh, is it gonna? No, it's gonna end up having to. Right, we have to wait. Have to wait for him to expire next month. I think you want a defensive coach. We do. So I'm gonna have to get rid of one of the. So I'm gonna get rid of this. This fitness coach in the summer. Teddy Sheringham's going to get a new contract. Sweet left foot. If you're still here, by the way, Teddy Sheringham is a coach at Larisa for us. I know you're a Spurs man, so you'll be happy to see old Teddy over there having a great time. By the way, Yanis Samaras is the head of youth development. Nikos Dabazas is the director of football. There you go. I know you're. It's so easy. He's not been around for a while. You're a Spurs fan, aren't you? He's Arsenal. This is why he's left. I reckon. I'm surrounded by Arsenal fans, sweet left foot. Surrounded by them. Bloody RDF, producer Steve. All I've got is Gooners. All I've got. You know, this is why I've been working with Si. At least he's Portsmouth. It's something a bit different. Yeah, Dan here. Who else is Arsenal? There's loads of them. They're everywhere. Well, waiting Breezy's there. He's West Ham, but let's face it, I support a lower team than yours. Yeah, it's very rare that people support a lower team than me, but it's nice to do it. It's just something a bit different, isn't it? Nice to see how the other half live. Yeah, he doesn't really support Spurs, Damianos. He's an Arsenal fan. I've just wound him up for it. He fell for it. Hook, line and sinker. Which team do I support? I'm Sunderland, Roseface. I used to be Villa, and then that went badly. And then, to be honest, I wish I'd stuck with them, to be honest, because it's sort of all worked out quite nicely for Villa now. And here I am, just having a nice time at Sunderland, to be honest. But yeah, Villa seem to be doing fine. And Steven Gerrard is doing absolutely brilliantly, isn't he? Yeah, it's all worked out well for him. Just give him time, yeah. I'm not going back in for that again. I'm not going back in for it. Let him enjoy his blood money. Mm-hmm. Him and Henderson out there, changing views, changing cultures. I've been a Mackham since I could think. Sad as life. It comes to us all. Sadly, Carlitos comes to us all. Sunderland's doing all right. They are. They absolutely are. But I would quite like them to sort of tail off towards the end of the season so we don't get involved in the playoffs again. I just like us to just accept. Go, you know what? We're not going to bother going up again. Let's just hang fire and then just... I'd like us to win the league or win the playoffs and then go, you know what? Nah, not bothered. No thanks. Stuff the Premier League. Bunch of knobheads. And then just throw it away. Just nah, load of rubbish. Not for us, thank you. Does Gerrard have a crap autobiography? Yeah, he does. He does have a crap autobiography. Mrs. J's got it downstairs. So in the garage is a copy of Steven Gerrard's autobiography, and I don't know. Dare we? Oh God, that would be horrible, wouldn't it? Having to read that. Something in the Premier League would be cool. It's a weird one because I don't really know. I don't think it would be because I looked at the bottom half of the Premier League recently. This weekend, for example, Premier League fixtures: Luton versus Crystal Palace, Sheffield United versus Bournemouth, Burnley versus who? Some other shite. It's just not very good, is it? Really? West Ham, yeah. It's just not very good, really, is it? Like, but they'll tell you it's brilliant. They'll tell you that it's a brilliant league, and you're like, I don't really think it is. But hey ho, you know, we've spoke about the Premier League so many times, and football in real life loads and loads of times, and I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere near really bothering with it. So I'm happy in this little made up imaginary world that we've got over here. It's brilliant. Nothing can hurt me out here. I'll just download the sports washing patch. We'll do that, and then we're away. I'm just going to nudge on until we can try and get to the transfer window. Should say as well, by the way, if you weren't in the other night, you missed the confirmation, because of course you all wanted confirmation, that Belgium won the Euro 2024s, beating Scotland 4-0 in the final. So as a Scotland fan, happy that we got to the final. Disappointed with the performance that we had in the final, obviously. But, you know, still, we got there. Unfortunately, didn't quite play out as we were hoping for. Beaten 4-0. We were just too pissed. We just didn't care. We were just like, yay, we're here. This is brilliant. And then everyone went, are you going to play the game? Nah, not so much. We're just gonna enjoy the occasion. It's just nice to be invited. At least we got out the groups. Yeah, we finished second behind England. And we still won. We still got to the final. Also as well, just happy to be there. Just happy to be there. We're going to have a great time in the Euros this year anyway. It's going to be brilliant. Entire team of hooch 10 minutes before the kickoff. Yeah, exactly. Do it. If we don't do it that way, we're not doing it at all, right? It didn't come home. No, it did not. It did not, and it will not come home again. It doesn't matter how many times England think it's going to come home. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Cruiser G, welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope life's treating you good. Right, we have to cancel you for a second because we don't have any money apparently. So, okay. So Chris de Georgios, we're going to have to put a little note on there for reminding to go back in for him. Chris de Georgios, goalkeeper. Right, we'll go back in for him then if we can do, once his contract's up. Mentoring groups need looking at, yeah, because there's going to be a massive turnover in the summer. So imagine that. Shouldn't come home at this point. Imagine how many unopened letters I'll have to deal with if it comes home. Yeah, bill, increased energy bills, yeah, parking tickets, yeah, unrequited love letter. I mean, imagine if it did come home. Imagine, and if it just went, oh, is this where I live now? It's rubbish. All those bills that can make a new team. Yeah, exactly. And they complain. Let's be honest, it's been so long it doesn't have a fucking home at this point. Comes home and all the locks have been changed. And they go, oh, terribly sorry. Yeah. Home? No, no. Your parents left many years ago. Oh, okay, interesting. Franco had an FM dilemma. I resigned from Monaco and was offered the TJ path back to management, Sunderland and Aberdeen. Thankfully, I also got offered the Kaiserslautern job. Oh, I mean, you've got everything there. Absolutely everything, Franco. Like any of those are great options. D-boy, the wife's moved on to a new family. Yeah, she took the Waynes. Up the what is it? Up the Rotten Deuter? Is it that one? The Red Devils. Mike had a cracking Kaiserslautern save, as we all did. But yeah, Mike was streaming it. It was brilliant to watch. What does Build a Nation FM mean? Asks Cruiser. So basically, what we're going to do, Cruiser, is we want to take Greece, which is currently the Greek second division, which is currently ranked 60th in Europe. Sorry, it's gone up a little bit now. 57th. We want to take Greece as a nation to be the best nation in Europe. Okay, we want to make their leagues better. So at the minute, the top division is currently ranked 20th. So we want to take that up towards the top division here, overtaking the Premiership. We want the European coefficients to move up as well. So we're currently 19th here. We want us to get up towards the top. So basically, we want to make sure that all the Greek teams are brilliant. So we're going to win as many Champions Leagues as we possibly can. We want to win European Cups. We want to try and keep all the best players in Greece. Ideally, we'd like to win something with Greece as a country as well. Maybe win the Euros again. Maybe win the World Cup again. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to obviously do that. It's going to be a long-term save. So we're only 2 seasons in. So we haven't really sort of like hit the stride of things that we need to be doing in order to help build that nation up. It might not work. Again, it already happened. Yeah, they won the Euros in 2004. So it's like 20 years since they won the Euros. So that's obviously part of the reason that we figured about doing it now. So they've actually got a higher international pedigree than England. So there you go. I thought you did it in the save. No, not yet. No, we've not even been promoted from Greek Division 2 yet. So we're not going to be... we're nowhere at this point. The ambition is there. Whether it works out, whether we can do it or not, I don't know. But let's try and find out, shall we? Love the ambition. The ambition's all we got. Ambition is all we've got. If we haven't got that, we've got nothing. Sounds a little bit like I'm trying to quote from emo new metal rock band A at that point. Living on a Prayer. They see more old rock lyrics. Okay, right. Here we go then. This is what we need to try and sit and work this out then. So Kruzerg in with a follow and the prime. Oh, what about that? Appreciate that. Akila. Straight in there, checking out the save. Yeah, so basically what we've got, so we're going to build a nation in Greece, try and make Greece the best league in Europe and make Greece as a nation one of the best nations in not just Europe, we want to be in the world. Maybe Tony becomes just another brick in the wall. See? Carlo's in with a tail there, with a follow there as well. Appreciate that. Very kind. Thank you. And Bowen Penza needs another contract. Of course he does. He's gone up from 50 quid a week. I mean, look, and Bo, we're criminally underpaying you in the first instance. 50 quid a week is stupid. So yes, have an actual wage. Have I ever accomplished such an ambitious goal before? Nope, not at all. Not at all. In fact, to be honest, the people who are really, really good at this sort of stuff, like Second Yellow Card, for example, he hasn't even done this before. So he hasn't been to number 1, I don't believe, has he? So there's not much hope for me. Ask me how British Steel went. Yeah, the plan with British Steel was to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. I just didn't. He's been second, right? So also he hasn't. So what you mean is he hasn't done that either. Yeah, I had loads of second places in mine. So if a third and second, say everyone just skirts around and just goes, oh yeah, he's finished second and third, but no one would ever go, yeah, hasn't done it, has he? Like, I'm happy with 37 seasons in the second division of Greece. See, this is where we are. England's hard to dethrone. We will do it. We'll do it. We'll knock the fuckers down. Don't worry about that. We've got it. Look, we've got Doumbia, right? We've got Doumbia. Nothing can go wrong. Someone did last year. It took 40 seasons. All right, well, we have to get a move on then. I don't think we've got time for that. Then we're only on season 2. So yeah, let's get a move on. I know Journeyman run is. I know what Journeyman run is, but what is the opposite of it? It's called like staying in one club. I guess it's just called just a one club save. To be honest, nice and simple. What are you currently on? 300 quid. You know, things obviously like you can sort of rise from the bottom to the top as well. So, a one club failure. No. He's asking. He's like not asking what I would call it. Like, what is it called? I would call it a miracle, to be honest. If it was if we're able to keep that. Worst case, you can try top rankings with your team. Yeah, there's loads of ways around it. Like we'll work out what we've got and how we can get something. As I say, we're properly at the start of this right now. We've not even been promoted in the top division yet, so we've got a long way to go before anything happens. Is it possible? Everything's possible. Everything's possible. If you think about it, really. Building a dynasty. I think a lot of stuff is possible. I think we'll have to hope that we can get something out of this. This is obviously the bit which is sort of like can take a bit of time. Try to set everything up in the pre-season, but it'll be all right. It'll be good. Right, players who are out of contract then. Okay, let's set some players for release. So Nino's going to go. Gega. Yeah, got to get rid of Gega, haven't we? He's just not good enough. Salukas is going as well. Yeah. All the top players are all going side. Like we know about this. This is a rebuild a nation every single season. At this point, Pascavas, I think we try and keep him. Plegas, we think should be okay, but again, not 100% sure. Marcajani, we do want him re-signed. We've tried that. Try and go back in for him again. What's he on? 1-1. Right, he's re-signed now. Good. He wasn't going to be. He was unsure at first, but he's in now. So Marcajani signed up 500 quid on wages. Yeah, still 40k. How are you, my man? Welcome. Take Greece to the top, indeed. Hope you're good, my man. Hope life is treating you well. Head of the doghouse is here. Of course, go and drop Dill a follow if you can do. Giorgio, we haven't gone in for yet, but maybe we should try and offer another contract, try and keep him in. Delajanidis, he still wants a lot of money, so let's see if we can get him back down. What he was on 1.6, wasn't he? He was trying to get before 1.5 now. Let's see if we can pull that down a bit. Right. His wages are jumping up, from 850 quid to 1.5. He plays both sides. He covers both sides of the pitch. Is he worth that extra expense? I guess if we can't get another left back, yes. And he's a right back. Oh, fuck it. Let's just pay it. Let's not mess about. We need to get out of this division, so we might have to. I mean, we've pretty much doubled his wages though, so that might possibly blow the wage budget all over the place. Building a nation, we were finished 4th last season, Dill, so building a nation is not really happening just yet, but we are certainly trying. We're certainly trying. Petralis and Plegas are both out. I feel like Petralis has to be in. Laying the foundations, exactly. And then we're rebuilding the foundations. And everything's just being like, look, where are we? What are we doing? Is it even worth building this nation? And at the minute, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. Can we maybe do the same bonuses, shall we? Right, 1.8. He's gone up as well. An increase on Petralis. Right, everyone's wages have gone up, but if we lose Ottoman and Pedroso, that's $4,000 that we'll save. So it might actually balance out, possibly. Obviously, Bazookas wants a big jump up as well, doesn't he? Take that off there. He's desperate for that. What does he want though? 425. 1, 3. No chance. No chance. Not happening. Petralis, then new contract. Plegas, that's 700 quid we save from Plegas. Again, looks reasonable, but Pedroso, I think we're going to cut our losses on Pedroso, I reckon. Offer him out. And then the same with Ottoman. I don't really want to offer Ottoman out. I'd quite like to keep him, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we might have to try and move him out. Yeah, we've got lots of issues. Lots of issues with regards to what we can do next. I mean, at least we've got a centre-back coming in, right? That's the important thing. Active recruitment. Let's put staff suggestions. No, let's change that to centre-back. Top priority. And then also put recruitment focus for a midfielder. Is Ottoman definitely leaving? I think he probably is, to be honest. He wasn't that fussed about talking to us when we after we had that meeting where it was like, right, here's the situation with next year. He was like, yeah, great. I mean, we can try him again. He's currently on 2,100. That's 2.8. Maybe he stays. Maybe Ottoman stays after all. Do we cut Pedroso now then? Like, I'm being serious. Do we just cut him off and free up that $2,000 and look to put $2,000 into a centre back or a midfielder? I wasn't expecting us keeping Ottoman. None of us were. None of us thought. None of us thought Ottoman was staying. Pedroso is expensive and he's getting on. That is 100% the description, I think. If he's not performing, get rid. It's the fact that he was injured is the issue. Like 9 goals in 19 games, I'd say it's still fine, but I think for $2,000, I think we let him go. I think we have to try and go, you know what? Now's the time. Expected goals, he's 4 under. I thought there was a chance of notice they can change their minds now. Yeah, I think it's a good call, Bonnet. Who did you do? Did you suggest someone else before? And they did that. I think you've got a bit of a knack for this, knowing exactly when players are going to change their minds. So we need you in every transfer stream. I know you're normally here anyway, Bonnet, but we definitely need you in these moments. Torn thigh muscle, sprained ankle ligaments, bruised thigh, pulled groin, bits. But I just think we've re-signed Kunteritis, so we can still put him there if needs be, right? This is of course presuming that we stick with the same shape that we had last season. It's not the worst, is it? It's not the worst. But can we bring some more players in on top? If we're going to be aiming for the top 3, then we need to do something. The fans are now starting to notice that the on-pitch performances aren't very good. So, yeah, little bit of attention maybe needed. I'm going to cut Pedroso. I'm going for it. Set for release. Okay. I think if we can put his wages elsewhere, the same with the core. I think he has to go somewhere else as well. And then we go from there. So for me, we're still lacking primary focus, 1 centre-back, 1 central midfielder, creative, 1 AML, that's kind of our definites. Another centre-back, a creative central midfielder, and a left-sided player of some description. Try this lad in. Peter Knudsen. Faroe Islander. Let's take a little nosy, shall we? Demetrius Limios. See, Brazilian Greek. There's some. If he's been at FC Cologne, he's clearly going to be expensive, right? His wages are going to be through the roof, surely. I wonder if we can get like a loan or something in, maybe. No, I mean, this guy would be brilliant. So if we can get this, if we can convince this guy to join. What's he on at the minute? He's on 1.6, isn't he? 1.4. He only wants 2. Do we put that money? Do we put the Pedroso money into this lad? I mean, he could be the guy, couldn't he? 13 assists, 7 goals. He's 23, so we're going to get so many more years out of him. Vision, passing, flair, determination, first touch, dribbling, corners, technique, fitness, dictates the tempo. He can play out wide. He can play just behind. I think he's probably the guy, isn't he? What's he on? Pass completion 83%. Key passes per 90 is 3.18. Open play key passes 1.06. Cross completion 19. Shots on target 45. Clear cut chances, created 23 chances. 2.16 dribbles per game. Per 90 minutes. Passes completed. Interceptions 1.6. Key passes per 93.1. I think he seems reasonable, doesn't he? Let's go with him. Right. Mazaras on loan. Mazaras on loan for nothing. Oh, here we go. Right. That could then be... There's our left-sided player, possibly. Maybe? Don't know. We'll see. Possibly. Oh, this guy actually, Vrakas. Again, he might be all right. 13 for decision making, 13 for flair. Composure is 10. Acceleration's fine. Work rate's not brilliant. He's young. Maybe. Have a think on that. Traore, we still don't know what's happening there, do we? $2.4. Can't afford him. But it means we're getting closer to the conversations now. So who else do we need in defence? Mamadou Dieng. Oh, right. Guesswork time, everyone. $1,100 for a Senegalese defender. Mamadou Dieng. We know nothing about him other than he's from Generation Foot. Average 7.21. We're basically going along what Rogan said. We trusted our instincts with Doumbia. Injury history? Does he have an injury history? Gashed head, broken toe, fractured arm, damaged heel. Yeah, brilliant. Proper centre back. That's what I want. He wants £1,000. He was on 100, yeah. But 6'1", 19 years old. Evening, just me. How are we? Welcome. We're all right. We're all right. We're just doing our summer recruitment, trying to get ourselves something new happening in Greece. We need to try and make this nation build, right? But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there slowly, we reckon. 900? Is that a player or a crash test dummy? We're about to find out, rather. There's only one way to find out. Yeah. Amit Glazer? Christopoulos? That's the backup defender we saw, isn't it? Gotsamanides is going to be coming to us. Idonis can't come on try on loan. So I'm sure it'll be hard to fix a whole nation with the signing of a striker from Greece. Yeah, I mean, we're trying our best. It's going to be slow. It's going to be a slow process, right? But that's what processes are all about. Processes are meant to be slow and difficult. So here's where we go, right? We're going to be all right. How are you getting on anyway? Hope you're good. Always nice to see you. Hope that's treating you well. Mingus in with a follow. Appreciate you. Very kind. Thank you for that. What's happening in your world? Christopoulos. Actually, we should probably try and get him again. Do we need that's the agent thing, isn't it? Is it the agent issue? Right, Limos has come in for a trial. As is Knudsen. As is Isa. Limos, Knudsen, Isa. Neither of them are fine. Just started to save a rapid Vienna on my first friendly. Oh, that's decent. I mean, to be fair, if you like us, it'll take you months before you get to the to the first match. But welcome on in. First save of the new FM. Perfect. Marcus Gianni has a new contract. And Bowen Penza has a new contract. Petralis, Delanjanidis has a new contract. Maroas might well come in on loan. So again, if we can try and sort of like get some half-decent loan players in, that should cover for what we are missing out on. Interest in Ottoman is high. Now, of course, we are now trying to keep Ottoman at the club. We hope. We've offered him a new contract. Let's see. See if that works, shall we? Fingers crossed. Dieng's move has got to be delayed. $4,000. Oh, shit. How will this be worked around? Is this the agent's fee? Is it the signing fee? If we delay it, that should work, shouldn't it? If not, we go back in for him once his contract's fully expired at the end of the month. Larisa will not be getting done for tax. Good. That's what we thought. Big shirts, Doumbia, Ottoman, Kashi, Morgan and Pedroso. We thought that no one was buying a Corey shirts. Mazaras has joined on loan. And Ottoman has locked it down. There we go. Ottoman stays for another year. That's huge. That is huge. We said that's like a new signing. He wants another year. Part of the furniture. I mean, it's now or never, right? If he doesn't do it now, then next season we boot him out. Ottoman staying in Greece, who knew? It's good. This is the level. This is the level is what we're after. I like it. Right. Excellent. Okay. No offers for Akore. Reports to Larisa because we're set to lose Akore domestic club. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to get him to go. But right. They're happy that we're repairing the club's financial damage. I mean, we are in pretty bad shape. So I don't know about repairing the damage. It seems very much seems like we're damaged, to be honest. So a couple of backroom staff getting some new deals. Right, I'll tell you what we should do then. We should probably just we should probably just hold this, right? For tomorrow, because we're going to be in tomorrow, by the way, rather than Wednesday. I'm gigging Wednesday, so right. Krista Georgios is in, but the other ones aren't. Great. Okay, so we've signed a backup goalkeeper, but the two players we actually want are now on delay. Excellent. Cracking FM. Good work. Don't know why the Greeks make such a fuss about marbles. Pogs are superior anyway. I don't know. I just don't know. No. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's going to be all right. So yeah, we're back in tomorrow, okay? Rather than Wednesday. It's going to be good. We'll play a bit more of this. We'll do some more pre-season. We'll juggle some more players around, and yeah, we'll start to get ready for season 3, which we have to then put like a proper stamp on it and go right. We're just going to go for it now because they want us to go up into the top 3, the top 2. So fine, if that's what they want, that's what they're going to get. Yeah, we're going to push on. We'll try as best as we can. And that's all we can do. All we can do. Let's just try our best. So it's now time to go and find someone to send the love over to. And I think we shall go to... Let's have a little nosy. Right. Hunk's just gone. Oh, Hunk, what are you playing at, my man? What about... I'll tell you what. Davey's on. He's doing some youth only at Dulwich Hamlet. Do you like the idea of that? Youth only, maybe? What are you thinking? Or is it... Oh, here we go. Right. You know what? I'm sold. I think he's one of ours, actually, as well. I think he's been in before. Shield Protector is doing Sunderland. Right. That's it. We're going there. Okay. Take it easy, everyone. Thanks for tonight. Enjoyed it. Go and give the Shield Protector some love. And we will speak to you tomorrow. We're going to keep building this. It's going to be great. Right. Take it easy, everyone. All the best. Bye now.